Hello everyone, Manisha here again with the Savvy Bookkeeper LLC, and today marks the first day that we're going to start our new series all about S-Corps. So if this is something you're interested in or you have questions, this is your jam, then you need to tune in every Wednesday for the month of September, and we are going to dive into S-Corps, okay? And if you have specific questions, on the last week we'll have a open Q&A, okay? All right, so for the purposes of the series, we are going to focus in on single member LLCs electing to be for an S-Corp status. Okay, so let's start off actually talking about what an S-Corp is. An S-Corp is a tax classification where an LLC or corporation can elect. It is not a business structure. Repeat, it is not a business structure, but you must first already be an LLC or a corporation to take on this tax classification. Now, with this tax classification, if you time it correctly and you're making enough revenue, I would say profit, but definitely at least enough revenue, you can lower your tax payments. Okay, that's the beauty of being able to take on this tax classification. With this, the IRS views the owners as employees to the company. So because of that, as an employee, you must take on a reasonable salary. Now, typically reasonable, the IRS keeps this pretty vague for a reason, right? There's each business, each company, each business model, each role, there are so many nuances out there that it's very difficult to put out a blanket statement as to what that actually means for each individual. But if you were ever audited by the IRS, you definitely need to make sure you take due process in figuring out what is a reasonable compensation or reasonable salary. So that takes research to back that up, not just pulling a number out of the hat and deciding it that day and running with it. So just so you know. Or you can also take on distributions. So the distributions you can take out after all of the salaries taken are already put out there, payroll taxes are already paid, whatever's left of the business profit, you could take that out as distributions. So come back next week and we're going to discuss all about reasonable compensation and distributions and where does that tax benefit actually come in handy. All right, if this is helpful to you at all, please share it with a friend, share it with a business bestie, whoever you need to, but come on back next Wednesday.